Hello, Bill Molyneux here for my Anglo-Zulu game of the Battle of Insini River. All right, so we're going to just get to playing. We're going to use the men who would be kings rules. However, I just wanted to say a lot of people wanted the sword and the flame. And I knew Mr. Larry somewhat okay. Mr. Larry Brom, who produced these rules, I don't know, 40 years ago. Um, These rules were it for colonial wargaming, even French Indian War. So we'll dedicate today's game to Larry. Now, one of the reasons I'm not going to use Sword in the Flame is because it doesn't work really well with one person with a lot of card flipping for activation. So, um, really quickly, I've reevaluated the way the table was set up. And also, those are some of the other rules we had to choose from. We had Black Powder, um, A Gentleman's War by Howard Whitehouse, Fields of Honor, and but we're going to use the Men Who Would Be Kings. Now, the game is 54 millimeter. Our Zulu units are 16 figures per unit. Our British are 8 figures per unit, and we're going to set up the camera to the side, and we're just going to start activating units. All Zulus will activate on a 7, and my British are activating on a 6 for everything. So welcome to Bill's basement. Of course, I still haven't gotten everything tidied up here, but I'm making progress. That whole back wall is going to get cleaned up next, and we're also going to get some of my pretty nice pieces of artwork I actually own on these walls soon. But we're going to just start our game, and our objective is for our Zulus, which are all about the table, to take out our British troops. And you probably saw the previous video. And our Boer unit has an additional base. It's supposed to be 6 bases, 6 figures. And we are ready to begin. So I'm going to activate the left horn, and I will make sure. So our Zulus are moving first. We're going to activate the left horn. I have 3 units. And I'm going to try to keep this video at about 30 minutes. So let's see what we can do for the left horn attack. So I need 7. They're no problem. And oh, by the way, we're doing 54s, so these figures actually move 15. Plus a 4 is 19 inches, but they don't make it. So this unit's coming out here. Now, I'm doing this first turn of a few units, and I got a leader here. This unit did not activate, and this unit did, and with a charge, so they're going right up to here. And of course, our British are going to stand 2. Now, we all know this is probably going to be a 3-hour game, roughly. So I'm going to be stopping the camera and moving the camera around and doing pictures and videos. Let's resolve this right off the bat. Okay. And I won't roll in the box, so it won't make so much noise. And I fired 8 Martini Henry rounds with not a single 6 or a 5. And so we're at close range. Very disappointing. We got one hit. We put out our pin, see if we're going to be pinned, and no. All right, so now we're going to do our fight number, and I run these melees just like this. So we're going to pause the camera, resolve this, and then I'll continue moving. The British will flip over to activate a unit. All right, the British were able to knock out one 4-figure stand. The British actually lost 4 figures in the ensuing melee. We're going to activate our gun. And fully good. And so I'm going to go ahead and fire my guns and activate them. And let's see here. Now we'll pause the camera. I'll resolve all of this. Okay, everyone. We had a lot going on. Our left unit here failed to activate. And we have a unit over here that did not activate. We are completed with turn 1. And I'll say this took me almost 45 minutes. This game is bigger than it looks for one person to run. So our one Zulu unit there got chopped up bad by the artillery and Martini Henrys. The Boers scored a hit. The Gatling gun did not roll well for hits. But it did score some, but it didn't jam at least. Now over on the other side, we'll go over to the crawl, show you what's going on over there. Okay, over here, this British unit here scored 3 hits, our Natal Native contingent didn't do anything. And until I get more Zulus from Mr. John, this unit represents 4 bases with that. D3 represents 3 more bases. So need a few more Zulus. All right, so we do have a little crack in the line there where they drove those British back, and we're going to roll for initiative, and we'll move on, and I will probably play 4 turns. Maybe this will go a little faster. I'm thinking my eyes were bigger than my wargaming table as far as figure count with one person. But let's continue with the excitement of Insinzi River. Well, the Zulus have won initiative. I got the camera set where I'm going to do my charge, grab my dice. And we've easily made it. And these Zulus will turn on the gun. And I'm activating a horn at a time. And I just barely activated this unit at 15. Put some here. All right. And I gotta say, I love these bases I made. And I know Derek still complains and other people that I should have used magnets, but I'm fine with the way they are. I need a 7 or better. And I rolled snake eyes. This unit's taken 3 hits and they're just sitting there. How frustrating. All right. I'm going to see if my gun can pivot. My gunners are going to fight gallantly. And so the left horn is making some progress. But, I've had some failed activations again. So let's see how the British do. Okay, I'm going to activate my My gun got overrun. The Zulus killed the gunners. The gunners killed one Zulu figure. I'm going to activate the 3 British units. And that one gets to fire. And we scored 4 hits. So this unit here scored 4, which is pretty darn good. And the other unit's going to fire out there. And I'll pause the camera so you don't have to go through all this dice rolling. Welcome back. We did the British firing of the 3 units here. That Zulu unit took more casualties. And I have to roll next turn initiative for that unit to turn to face those Zulus. And that unit has failed to rally. So I don't know how it's possible. I have 5 tape measures on the table, and they're all sitting pretty much in the same area. Those figures are still running, and we're going to resolve the Natal native firing, which is pathetic, but we'll see what happens. And reroll, they scored 1 hit, which is quite amazing. And these Zulus will be going in when it's their activation, which, I'll activate the right horn right now. Wow, that was the right horn activated, and melee here was devastating. The British fire and hand-to-hand combat eliminated what was left of that 4 base unit. Here, the Zulus took the 1 loss, but the Natal native contingent is on the run. In fact, there's really only 1 figure left. I plan on expanding that to 3 figures to a base for the Natal native contingent at some point when I get more Zulus from the Gettysburg Miniature Shop. So, we are at British fire phase, and we'll go over to the British that are fighting the horns, or the loins and the head. Follow me, everybody. Okay, here we go. Well, I don't think the Zulus, they haven't even gotten to the river yet, and they have to stop there. They're probably going to get chopped up. We're going to activate them and see what happens. Start off with this one, and they rolled a 6. No good. They're going in, and they are here, but they have not closed because they have to stop in the stream. And they did not activate. In fact, they are going to go to ground and come all the way back to here. This unit's probably, and I don't know what you can see in the camera, but it's not good. My Zulu attacks are petering out at the head. We remove that, and they're going to go straight for the Gatling gun, but they have to stop at the stream. Okay, and oh gosh, roll again. Besides rolling really bad, they're faltering, and so, and let's see if we can get these guys. And they rolled 3. All right, so the entire attack from the head of the buffalo and the loins is stalled terribly, just terribly. We're going to activate our British. I'm going to pause the camera and take care of some of the dead. Well, if you're watching this, I need to say thank you, because as you're watching this, my YouTube money for this is going to help a homeschool program at a museum in Kinston, North Carolina this month. So um, even though my Zulu attack along the iNyezane River is failing, I hope you're enjoying this video. I'm going to go ahead and resolve these British fires here, and I'm going to just babble. We're going to fire here. Hopefully you can see that. Yes, you can see both of these. And boy, and this unit's pretty much gone. I mean, it has two figures left. We're going to say it's shot. All right, really good volley by the British. And see if our Gatling gun is fine. And on two, all right, 2, 6, and they'll be down to two figures. We're going to just remove these figures right now. Okay, so everybody, the Zulu attack here is total disaster. Bogged down by the river, artillery, Gatling guns. Our British have blazing away. However, if I can roll well for the Zulus this next turn, I could break through the rear of the British. So let's see what we have for initiative. And all my dice again have moved. And again, we're using 54 millimeter armies in plastic, MPC, and some Conti. And our Zulus have initiative. And we're going to grab the bucket of dice for sure. And some more casualty markers. And we're going up here to the north end. Now, I have a chance of, I mean, we got to say that my attacks back here with the horns, or with the loins and head, are shot. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to recover. I have, it's a fruitless charge across that open territory. But here, if I can roll good activation and saving throw or rolls here, which a 12 does that, and we're going to go in with a 10, and the bonus die roll is a 3. We have plenty of movement. Oh, and then we have another unit. So the frontal attack has been a disaster. However, we may be doing well with the, let's see, bonus die roll. So I need 16. I made it. All right. So these guys will just evaporate. They're already routed. And there we go. Now, if I can roll high for them, which I rolled an 8, and I'm going to now, Kim Meatis out there, and my other wargaming friends, Frank Prez, do I hit this unit on the flank or keep going forward? Let's see. I could put them right here. You know what? Let's head right for the rear of the artillery piece. And there we go. This should cause the, might give the loins the help it needs. I'm going to go ahead and resolve, and I'll move this camera around. Okay, so our Zulus are hitting all through there. I'm going to go ahead and resolve these combats, and we'll come back to you. But where the Zulus' attacks along the river have proved useless, the attacks over here on the horns seem to be becoming effective. So let's see what happens. Welcome back, everyone. And man, the Zulus took some casualties going in. One British soldier was left. We killed him off. They're driving. They're there and there. So the left horn of the Zulu attack is doing really well now. And I have to get to the other side. The British will be activating next. So let's take our camera over. Now, I truly thought 20 minutes ago that this game was total British victory. But right now, I mean, the British can't lose against the Zulus attack in this frontage. But now I have Zulus coming in behind me, and also this unit here. The Natal native contingent of one figure I should have removed last phase, but I forgot. So I'm going to activate this unit here, and all I need is a 5 or better, and I'm good. So they're going to pivot. And prepare for the attack. And we move less than half. I'm going to go ahead and resolve some firing. I'll pause the camera so you don't have to deal with all of that. Okay, our right horn advanced. They've taken over the crawl. They're getting ready to hit that British unit there in the next phase. The Zulus here lost a base and a couple figures. And then along the riverfront, though, the head and the loins got zapped. Let's take a look at that. Well, as you can see, there's not much left. I have 2 full impies. Their activation is next. So if I can't put pressure on the British line, they're going to about face and take care of the Zulus in their rear. So right now, it's going to be a close thing on how I do on passing morale checks for 2 half-strength units and activating 2 full-strength units. So I'll pause the camera here, and I'll resolve this. All the British are done firing. So all we have left is the head and loins here. Okay, everyone. Our Zulus are done moving. There's no more combat. We're going to get ready for the next initiative. And the British, they have to get initiative, or they're going to get overrun from the rear. At least some of them will get overrun by the rear. We'll see what happens. I'm not worried about the couple impies coming forward. It's the ones in the rear. So we will go ahead and roll initiative. And every die I have is on the other side of the table now from the big battle. All right, we got a red die and a black die. And here we go. And double 6s. Let's try it again. And we got a 4 for the Zulu and a 2 for the British. The Zulus are going first. And boy, there's quite a few options. And it's the Zulu. It'll be the 3 left horns, the 3 right horns, or the loins. And, we're going to go with that left horn to activate those 3 units out there. All right. Now, so you won't be bored, I'll go ahead and do the activation rolls and move them and see where we're at. Okay, everyone. The 3 from the left horn have activated. By the way, if it gets caught in the camera, those Zulus way over there, they're all dead. I need to do a better job of getting this newest war game room organized. But this is a fun little game. By the way, my wife is out tonight, so I have the house to myself. So we're going to resolve these. By the way, the British colors have been captured. Um, there they are there. The Zulus are carrying them. I'm going to give them a +1 on their activations because of that. So our artillery piece is being hit from the rear, and we have a British unit being hit from the rear. The British unit does not get to turn around, and neither does the gun with a 2 and a 1. I'm going to go ahead and resolve this as far as our British unit here to stand 2. Oh, snake eyes. Oh my gosh. All right. Everything seemed to be falling apart for the British. The British were kicking butt earlier, but the Zulu Empire, with their superior fighting bull system here, their combat tactics. Also, I've had some weird rolls for both sides. I'm going to go ahead and resolve the 3 main combats. We have this one here, there, and there. We'll get them out of the way. And then we'll have a British activation. Welcome back, everyone. Devastating blow. Our one British unit's down to 3 figures and a leader. The Zulus actually lost a base in the fire and the melee. They won the melee, and I have to look in my book. I believe they won the melee. They don't take a pin marker. I wish Mike Kennedy, the professor from the Chuckleheads, was here. He has these rules memorized. I'll check that in a minute. Our gun was overrun, and our British full company that was here got devastated from the rear. I rolled a 3 and a 2. They couldn't turn around. So it's now the British activation. And for this side of the table, I'm going to activate the Boers and send them out. They need a 7. They don't like charging. I rolled a 10. And we're going to send the Boers in to take this horn out. I don't know if this is good or bad. We're going to activate them. And I rolled a 3. Okay. We have the Gatling gun, which is going to fire like mad. We'll pivot here and fire here. Well, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It pretty much eradicated this brave Zulu unit. Probably older married men. By the way, my Zulu shields are not all coordinated. I never took the time to line them all up for their colors for this game. I'm actually having a pretty good time, and I may not be playing the rules perfect at some points, but it's been exciting. We're going to resolve our Boer attack on the other side. I'll move the camera. All right, we have our Boer attack going in. 3, 6, and 1, 2, 3. There we go. The Zulus took massive attack from the Boers. The Zulus fighting back. 6, 7, 8. And they got 1, 2, 3. They got 4 hits, but they're half because they're fighting against cavalry. So we lost 2 Boers. And the Boers won, so we'll have the Zulus fall back. And the Boers have held the flank. Okay, and the British had fired. They annihilated out through there, and they didn't activate. That's right, that this unit didn't activate. So we are done with this turn. No, we're not. I forgot. We have the Zulu right horn. Oh my gosh, everyone. This is where I need the chuckleheads here. Well, I need dice to activate. Just to move, we'll do the first unit. They roll a 3. They like it in the crawl. 1, 2, 3, 4. They rolled a 9. They're fine. They're going to be out by the wagon. And you know what? Now that I have dead, I can put bases with them to. And I don't know why I didn't think of that earlier. Isn't that stupid of me? Redcoat History, by the way, is a YouTube channel I follow. A fellow from South Africa, I think. His name is Chris. He also has some free war game or free Zulu War books on his website. Redcoat History. And no, I don't really know him, other than occasional email. This unit's frozen. 2, 3. That unit needs one more base. All right. So, there we go. We are ready for our next turn. And let's see if the British will get initiative. And what do you think? You think the British will get initiative? Let's find out. British got a 4. We're going to activate. Let me see what you can see. All right, we're going to activate a 7. They're good. All right, I'll pause the camera while they fire away. And let's see if the other unit activates. No, they rolled snake eyes again. Oh my god, or a 2 and a 1. So, and the Boers rolled a 3, a total of a 4, 3 and a 1. My Boers are just sitting out there. You can see them. So, the Gatling gun, it's going to pivot. And you know what? I think that is too much of a pivot. I'm sure someone like Mr. Dave Marco would say I pivoted way too much. I think it's maybe a 90. I'll make him do another check. All right, they failed the check. So we're going to say our Gatling gun pivoted, but they were clumsy, not able to fire. But this unit's going to fire right here. And you know, there's 1 hit out of 4. Oh my god. I got 1 hit. It's terrible. So that's my British there. This one needs to rally, which 6, 7, half, 8, they don't rally. They don't rally with the leader. So we still have that unit running. All right, pause the camera here, everyone. Well, to start off with, I've lost track of which horn is which for activation, but it doesn't really matter. Let's see if we get a 7 here. We got a 6. So the Zulus are just sitting here around the Gatling gun. They're afraid to go in. They're not. 15 and 6. They have plenty of movement, but they literally stop right there. Okay, morale check here, which they pass, and they are already into the river, so they're going in. And so that unit's going in. The Gatling gun is not being attacked right now. It's very close to being attacked. And then we have to see if this Zulu unit can pivot, which it does. So they're hitting them on the flank and rear. And this unit failed to activate at all. And our bores are sitting where they're at. This unit here, and you can't see the bores or the other unit. This unit needs a 7, and we rolled an 8. They're good. And our bores get to try to get out of the way, which they do. Our Zulus, we're going to have the bores run back, and they're going to say we're sort of done with this. And our Zulus have advanced to here. And I got to say, this has been a lot of fun because this whole frontal attack has been useless until now that the Zulus from the rear are coming in. I'm going to resolve this attack here. I'll pause the camera. Okay, that British unit on that flank is gone. And look at that. This British company held off those Zulus and drove them back with a bad morale check. So, unfortunately, we have not moved the left or right horns yet. So we're going to go ahead and do that next. Or what's left of the Zulus in the back. If that makes sense, everyone. So let's see what happens. We still have odds and ends, and I don't know, I have dice all over and tape measures, and they're activating. So they are coming right up on the Gatling gun. Can't believe the Gatling gun is holding out like it is. We got to see if they get a morale check, and barely. This is gone, and this unit can actually hit them. And we need this unit failed. They're staying in the crawl. I don't know what the deal is with that. So we have a battle to resolve there. So we have 4, which is 3 from 4 is 3 from 8 is 5, and half of 8 rounded down is 2. And the British do not score a hit. And our Zulus, they annihilated them. And our leader, the leader is dead. And so that ends that. And this unit here, that was it. So let's get a better picture of our table. The Zulus are victorious. We have 4 Boer figures retreating. We have 3 British infantry and a leader. And the Gatling gun crew, I'm not going to make you watch me have all those Zulus overrun the Gatling gun crew. Our brave Zulu warriors were victorious at the Battle of iNyezane River. I really thought at one point the British would not be able to win due to the fact that crossing this open territory and having to stop in the middle of the river would, but the left horn over there started with the initial breakthrough, followed by that right horn, and then that one full unit. They only took 1 figure loss, has been stuck in the corral. I don't know what they're doing, but they failed to ever come out again. So, don't forget, I have a lot of board games on Bill Molyneux's war games for sale on Blue Panther Printing. And don't forget my videos. We donate the money to the CSS Deuce Education Center for their homeschoolers for this month. It's about $77 right now. So I'm going to pack up Zulus. And if you're wondering, the rest of the week, Kevin of the Chuckleheads and I will be at the Gettysburg Toy Soldier Shop to make a video of the all-new diorama. And we're going to be at Fort Frederick for the French Indian War event and the Toy Soldier Show in Gettysburg. So I have a lot of videos coming out. So we're going to close this off with the standard saying that I do all the time, and I truly mean it. I'd like to say thank you to all of you that watch my channel. Stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and again, thank you for watching. My channel is not the world's best, but it's fun. At least I think so. And I'm doing stuff outside the box. That's it. This was a fun game, and 2 hours and 20 minutes, roughly. Thank you.